Welcome to the feast. I am so happy that you've joined us. And I just want to say thank you that you allow me to enter your home while I make you enter my home and my heart. I have a story I want to share with you. Once upon a time, I climbed a real mountain. Once. I wish I can tell you and brag to you. I climbed several mountains. No, just one. And why? Because I found out, even if I wanted to climb a lot of mountains, I found out that there are very few mountains with escalators. Sayang, I'm just kidding. But there was this one friend of mine. He invited me to climb a mountain, and the way he sold it, this was his sales pitch. Boom! I'm bringing a friend of mine, a priest friend, also a mountaineer. We climb this mountain, and then we sleep over in tents. And when we wake up the next day, before the sun rises, we're going to celebrate Mass. As the priest raises the host, it'll be the backdrop, will be the sunrise. Golden light shining brilliantly. And then the ocean there behind you. This is, and the picture was so vivid and beautiful. I said, yes, I'm going. Of course, I forgot the fact that it would take 5 years to climb the mountain. That's how I felt. No, 5 hours. But man, being a first-time mountain climber, it's like, whoa, 5 hours. Here's the worst part of it all. It's not good to say worst, but you'll know what I'm talking about. I brought my family. So, and this was years ago. So my little Francis was 3 years old going 4. Bene was 9 years old. Maru was in her 30s. And I was handsome. Okay. So there I was. And so we started to climb. And the main group, Bene, my wife, my friend, the priest, etc. They were all there. We were moving along, except Francis, obviously. 3 years old, going 4 years old, with little feet, and my one step was 3 steps for him. So this is what I did. I was there the whole time beside him. I held his hand and I walked his pace. And during the rough spots of the climb, I would carry him and I'd put him on my shoulder and we would climb like that. Why am I sharing you this story? Let me tell you why. Here's my firm belief. We are all, that's you and me, we're all mountain climbing towards Jesus. Yes, we are. And guess what? Some are fast, some are slow. Isn't that the picture of a church? My message I want to share with you is this not the picture of our spiritual community? And here's my message for you. No one should be left behind. Meaning to say the fast group cannot say to the slow group, you're slowing us down. You're a drag. You're a burden. We can't do that. We cannot, because we're supposed to be church. Let me announce this. This journey that we're in, the fastest doesn't win. The quickest guy doesn't win. The strongest guy doesn't win. The wisest person doesn't win. No. It's the one that's most loving. That's the one that will win. And can I ask you a question? Do you feel like little Francis? Do you sometimes feel that, compared to others, they're fast and, I'm slow and I'm weaker and they're strong and I'm just a burden to a lot of people? I've got a word for you, and I hope you're listening. I hope your heart is listening. If you feel that way, that their one step is your 3 steps, here's my message for you. Jesus, He's leading this climb, and He's going to be staying there beside you, and He's going to be walking beside you, and He's going to be holding your hand. And during the rough spots of this climb, even if you don't feel it, you know what's happening? Jesus is lifting you up and He's carrying you on His shoulder. You may not feel His presence. You may not feel that God is even near you, but this is what is happening. He's there beside you. Know it, accept it, believe it. You're riding His shoulders. This is what Jesus does. He's the leader, and He loves you. Let's read the word. Let's begin. Verse 27. After Jesus left the girl's home, two blind men followed along behind him, shouting, "Son of David, have mercy on me." I want to emphasize the word "followed." You know, there are three things that I noticed in this one line. I want to share it with you. The first one is that it was very, very clear as day. Matthew emphasized that two blind men were following Jesus. What does that mean? He wanted these two men to represent Jesus' followers, disciples. Number two, it's clear that, not one guy, two guys, two blind men. So this was a representation. They represented the family of disciples, the church. And third thing, they called Jesus Son of David. Now, what does that mean? In other words, they were saying, Jesus, you the man. You're the King Messiah that we're waiting for. Now, this is so significant to Matthew, the writer, because this was the first time someone else said, Son of David. Now, in chapter 1, verse 1 of the Gospel of Matthew, Matthew already declares Jesus, Son of David. Matthew says, he's the man. And then 9 chapters later, lo and behold, two blind men following Jesus says, Son of David. What does this mean? They were on their way knowing and understanding who Jesus was. Why am I sharing this? To tell you that this one line, Matthew is saying to us, they're us. They're the church. These two blokes who are blind, they're the church. Can I define the church for you, for me, from this reading? That the church consists of spiritually blind people, like you and me. Blindness over different stages, various stages. Some more blind than others, stumbling their way towards Jesus. That's what I believe the church is. And why am I saying that? If you don't believe me, just look at the mess in different churches. You don't even have to go that far. Look at yourself and look at your own mess. And that's why I love the word Catholic. I really do, because the meaning of the word Catholic, one of the meanings, is all embracing. And that's what we're supposed to be. The fast group embracing the small group, the slow group. The people who are struggling, the people who are more blind, the people, that's our role. That's what the church is. We're a field hospital after the battle. That's what the church is. Let me go back to my mountain climbing story. Because every few minutes, little Francis will ask me, are we there yet? And I had to smile and I had to say, no, we're a long way to go. And question, are we not the same? You're adults, I'm an adult, but are we not the same when it comes to our journey in life? That we also become impatient and we want to get things done right away. But the question is that it's really, God is telling us now, son, be patient. God is telling you, daughter, be patient. It's going to be a long journey. And this long way that we have to go, I'm telling you, we have not arrived. Listen to me. If you think that you have arrived, you won't be very happy in church. Believe you me. Because then what's going to happen is this. You're going to look at other people and look down at them because, they're so messed up, and I'm already here and they're still down there, I'm fast and they're slow, I'm big and they're small, I'm holier, they're not holy. It's going to be, it's going to have that tension. And what's going to happen is that you're going to see other people not as blessings, you're going to see them as burdens. Which brings me to this message. I want to share this with you. You can only follow Jesus embracing the struggling people beside you. Here's why. You're not only walking towards Jesus, you're walking with Jesus, present in the small and struggling people around you. Jesus is your ultimate destination, yes, but he's also your daily companion, present in the weak and in the wounded, in the least of your brethren. Be patient with the struggling, wounded, weak people around you. If your one step equals their 3 steps, slow down. Slow down. Carry them on your shoulder. God bless you.
Thank you for